Hello and welcome to Edupedia World. In this lesson we will be taking a look at how you can export your project to a video file. So now we have created this small clip where we have edited two shots together and we have added some color correction on top of that. And let's say this is our final video. This is what we want to export and show to our friends. Then how do we do that? You want to highlight your composition, and that's just done by clicking. So you can see right now there's no blue line around. Just click, there's a blue line. That means it's highlighted. So in order to export this, we need to go up to File and then choose Export and then add to render queue. There are also some other options. I will cover those later, but just add to the render queue. And now you will see we jump from this panel over to the render queue panel, and we have the headline that says flowers and horses, and then some different options. So the render settings, they have been set to best settings. So you can see here the quality set to best. If you want to make this your final render, then always have this set to best. This is just for quick previews, so just set this to best. Then the resolution, we of course want that to full. You can do some different stuff here, use proxies, all this stuff. This doesn't really matter. You can change the frame rate. I would like to use the composition's frame rate. You can also set it to a number that you can just pick. Let's say 50. Sorry, 50. But well, I don't want that, so I'll just set it to use comp frame rate. So then here in the output modules, if we click on this, then we will see a little bit more familiar settings. You can change the format. This is now set to AVI. AVI is a pretty nice format. It compresses the video quite a lot, but as you can see, you have got a lot of different opportunities or like formats to choose from. The one I like the most is QuickTime, and QuickTime is made by Apple. So let's just do that. We can say a post-render action. That's something it will do when it's rendered. That's all not necessary. All the channels, I only want the red, green and blue channel. If you wanted the alpha channel, then you can say, okay, I also want the alpha, and then you'll get, let's call it a PNG video. As you know, PNG images have a transparent background, and then this will give you a video where all the black areas or the areas where you haven't put anything, they will be transparent. There are also some stuff here for color management. That's all pretty advanced. So the only thing I usually do is just set this to QuickTime, and then I just hit OK. Then you want to change the output to. This is where you basically choose where you want to save your video. So just click this and then browse to somewhere on your computer. Let's just save it right here and call it whatever you want, and then just hit save. And now everything should actually be set up. What you want to do now is just hit render out here to the side. So let's do that. And now you can see this blue bar goes across, and then when it hits the end, it says bling. There we go, and that means that our footage has been rendered. So if we were to go into a file system, then at this position we will see our flowers and horses video. We can double click it and then just a few seconds later our video will pop up, and here it is. As you can see, this small clip, which was only, let's look, this was only 9 seconds, and this takes up over 1 gigabyte, 1.144 gigabytes of space for only 9 seconds. That is very much, and well, if we want like an hour of video, then that will take up almost like a terabyte of video, a terabyte of space. So you probably want to change that, or you want to be able to compress this. There's a free program that's called Handbrake. So Handbrake, and you can just search on Google, and then you can get this program. It's all free, and it works very nicely. With this program, you can just compress this video, and now it takes up 1.1 gigabytes of space. I'm sure we can get this to only take off around 5 to 10 megabytes. So the way you want to use this program is very simple. Just drag your video onto the title, and then you can see the duration is titled here, and then you just want to change your destination. So I'll just pick the same folder as this one and then call it flowers and horses, and there we go. Just hit start, and then when it's done, we can just close the program, and then here's your what I would call your final video. As you can see, flowers and horses.mp4, and then it's only 5 megabytes. And if we were to open it up, then it looks exactly the same. Of course, it's not exactly the same because we have lost, like, how much is it? 1.140 gigabytes of space. So it has been compressed tremendously, but as you can see, to the untrained eye, then there isn't much difference. So this is a very nice way of storing your footage. I always just delete the footage that takes up a lot of space. I'll just delete this, and this is my this is then my final output. And this works very well for maybe publishing on YouTube or wherever you want. So as you guys know, video is made up of a ton of pictures that are just being shown in a row. So as you can see, when we are at the end, we are at frame 223. That means this video consists of 223 images shown in just shown one after each other very fast. So another way of exporting this could be as what's called a image sequence. So if we want to export this as an image sequence, we will again go to File, Export, and then add this to our render queue. It's the same as the last time. Then in our the render settings, we don't want to change these. These are just fine. The output module, this is where we need to change something. In the format, we've got some different options, and you can see all these that says sequence. So you can export a Cineon sequence, an IF sequence, JPEG sequence. I think a lot of you guys know the JPEG format. There's always also OpenEXR sequence, PNG sequence, Photoshop, Radiance, TIFF, Targa, all that stuff. So all the ones that says sequence, they will basically just export one image. So, and then the little word here in the front determines the format. So I would like to just render out a PNG sequence because that doesn't take up too much space and it's pretty nice quality. So I'll select the PNG sequence, and then I will hit OK. And then I will again find where I want to export this to, and then I will just let it do its thing. So it makes these symbols here, and that means that these will be this is where the numbers will be. So they will be named 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 2, and then all the frames will be saved this way. So we just hit save and then render. Then as you can see, this takes a bit more time, but now it's going through the video and then saving out each frame as a file. If I were to go into my system right here and then just find the folder, then you'll see that After Effects is now printing out all these images. And let's just open up the first one. There we go. If we were to just go along, then you can see that the image is actually moving. And well, that is because it's all the frames from a video clip that we have exported out. So now it's almost, it's a third of the way. Let's just close this and say stop, because I don't want it to render at all. But as you can see, if we were to just wait until the end, then it will have exported all the images. And that's just another way of exporting. Maybe it's not useful to you, but maybe you're like, oh, I want to render out a image sequence. So this is how it's done.
Thank you for watching Edupedia World. Stay tuned for more videos.